Hi and welcome to the Insolvency Experts new video series. I'm Steve Kugel. Tip 2 in the series is entitled, not really, the need for a shareholders agreement. So let's begin. In business, the potential for relationships to become strained beyond breaking point is enormous. Even the very closest of family and friends can reach the point of being unable to look at each other, let alone discuss the operations of their business. When conflict escalates to this level, a business can become paralysed and doomed to failure. Anticipating acrimony, people will often split their shareholdings 51% to 49% or 60-40, believing such a split will provide some level of control should a dispute arise. However, in the event of a serious dispute, these percentage shareholdings provide no control whatsoever and often serve only to worsen the problem. For example, determining whether a business is solvent or not and whether it can or should be liquidated requires a resolution to be passed by 75% of shareholders. If such a resolution cannot be achieved, how does one break the deadlock? How can a company move forward and make any decisions at all? Well, apart from lawyers at 50 paces, there is no cost-effective way of resolving many of the disputes that will arise between shareholders in business. Since the cracks in relationships tend to become apparent only once the business is up and running, it makes sense that the best and most cost-effective time to deal with a dispute is before it occurs. That is, at the start of the business relationship when everyone is talking, sharing dreams and willing to negotiate. This is when the hard questions must be asked and answered. For instance, what happens if the business doesn't work? Who is responsible for what? Who owns what? How will your partners deal with disagreement on key issues? And so it goes. These and other issues should all be committed to a legally binding shareholder or partnership agreement, which will provide a series of measures that kick in when those crises that are inevitable in business occur. Scrolling across your screen now is a more detailed list that may be included in a shareholders agreement. Remember, if the shareholders do not have a formal agreement, there will be no rules or guidelines on how to deal with any issues when they arise. On the other hand, if fundamentals such as the broad issues of governance, decision-making, capital raising and departure are covered in a shareholders agreement at the start of the relationship, then the chances of avoiding catastrophic conflict between fellow directors is greatly reduced. Again, I encourage you to see your lawyer or professional advisor who will help you address issues before they become problems. Remember, if you do have a financial problem, either corporate or personal, the Insolvency Experts operate a confidential and entirely free 24-hour insolvency advice line with a guarantee of anonymity. Call us 24 hours a day on 1300 767 525 and we'll be there to help.